Ashe, peace, love, and light. Welcome to Higher Frequencies Portal. I am Q, and I'm here to do a general reading for beloved Scorpios. This reading will resonate with you if you have placements in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, as well as Mars. This is a general reading, and it is also timeless. So whenever you find yourself clicking on the video is exactly the divine timing meant for you to do so. So let's see what kind of energy you got going on, Scorpios. You know how I do. I like to start off with some messages from Oracle before we tap into the actual messages from Tarot, just to lay that solid foundation. Ashe, I ask our beautiful ancestors, angels, archangels, spirit guides, deities, animal totems, earth, the divine, most high God, creator, to shine a beautiful, powerful message of love and light as I intuitively and discerningly pick up on the energies, the number synchronicities, the vibrations of the cards, because I am one with my cards, and so it is. So mote it be, Ashe. So I will all is well, and everyone is in a good state of mind and feeling free after that beautiful portal opened up on Saturday, or Saturn Day. We are still in the energy and vibration of Leo. So perhaps there was a lot of truths, a lot of clarity, a lot of release, a lot of healing that has taken place for you, beloveds. So let's tap into the energy. I'm going to start off with the Goddess Guidance deck, and then we will pull some messages from the Psychic Tarot, and then we'll go ahead and delve into our reading, Ashe. So I'm going to cut the deck, and just in case you're new here, I expound on anything that may flip in my hand, but I will add the jumps to the reading, and I do cut my deck 3 times, 3 different directions, as that's the way that I was instructed to do it, and so that's what I do. Ashe. So this is the last cut, and then we'll take the energy on the bottom of the deck, and we have beautiful Isolt. It says, Undying Love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. So Scorpio, it looks like you have an undying love with someone, and the divine wants you to know, okay, so a couple of cards flew out. I was going to take one more. So we have Ma'at, fairness. It says the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So Goddess Ma'at is here to bring balance to this connection. This divine connection appears to be something that could transcend even time. So perhaps this is someone from a former love, a former life that you have been in this beautiful spiritual union with. And next we have Vesta, home. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. And whenever I see this, I always feel like the home is not necessarily just the space that you reside in with a roof over your head. I also feel the home is very indicative and representative of the body, the mind, the spirit. So perhaps there's a change of thought, change of reality, change of circumstance, change of perspective. So there's going to be positive changes within this home dynamic. Perhaps your love will be relocating and moving in with you, or you may be relocating and moving in with them. Ashe. So that's beautiful. So let's go ahead, get some messages from Psychic. So divine spirit of love and of light, what messages do you have for our beloved Scorpios from the Psychic Tarot deck? What messages of love and light, divine spirit, do you have for Scorpios? I do feel that there's strong manifestation. Someone is utilizing their ability to change their thought into reality. There's a sense of awareness of this power that they're possessing, of this gift to manifest. So let's see what comes out, shall we? There will be quick, abrupt changes unfolding. Perhaps a move, perhaps someone will be making some changes even within themselves. Ashe, thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing this is the last. I'm going to cut the deck. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the deck, overall energy. And we have sacrifice, which is the same as the hanging man. So someone is sacrificing perhaps their time and their energy to look at things from a different perspective. It is a sacrifice to look at someone else's viewpoint opposed to your own. That is a very selfless act, and a lot of times most humans are not very capable of doing such a thing, because most individuals are very self-absorbed. Not to be shady or judgmental, that's just how most people are. A lot of people do not operate from the apparatus of empathy, compassion. So someone is definitely taking the necessary time to not only self-reflect and have some self-analysis, but also to put themselves in someone else's shoes and look at things from their perspective, from their viewpoint, from their vantage point. Ashe. So, Divine Spirit of Love and Light, what messages do you have for Scorpios from the Psychic Tarot deck? Divine Spirit of Love and Light, what messages do you have for Scorpios? And if I haven't said it already, please be so kind as to click that subscription button if you are new, as I am growing my soul family and my soul tribe. I will open up my comic section at some point. Thank you, Spirit. So we have obstacles and challenges. So that's why there's this reflection. That's why there's this observation, almost looking at things from a different vantage point. I feel that there's guidance. I feel that there's a lot of protection, a lot of spiritual guidance that is helping you along the path, showing you what to avoid, what situations to avoid. Number 5 is the number of challenges, the number of conflict. But because this card is a purple card, I feel that there's a sense that the divine is saying, use your intuition, use your inner knowing, because you have what it takes to overcome these obstacles and these challenges. They want you to look at things, observe from, a higher perspective. Ashe. And I say that because I see a beautiful bird totem. It's hieroglyphics written right here on the stone. And they're letting you know that certain paths are going to be traps. So they want you to, observe, pay attention. Ashe. Let me get one more message on Spirit of Love and Light. And I have an additional message for Scorpios from the Psychic Tarot deck. And Spirit of Love and Light. Thank you. Fell floor, pick this up. And it says patience. So this is the same as temperance. And patience is required on this journey. They want you to be patient. Do not make any hasty decisions. Do not rush. Take your time. Take your time. I hear that very loud in my mind's eye. So they want you to take your time. Because as we know, patience isn't just sitting and waiting. Patience is also what you do while you're so-called waiting. It's still an action. So it's about the planning and the preparation. It's about the nurturing and the watering of the seed. She isn't just growing plants. She had to nurture it. She had to put intention. Ashe. So patience. This also indicates that divine timing is of significance here as well. So I see on the bottom of the deck you have solitude. So you are in your own space, really reflecting, really growing. The solitude card is the same as the hermit. So what hermits do is they go within to gain clarity, to gain truth, to gain a deeper understanding. That is also an energy of patience, because they're being patient with the process. And the train is going by, so that's confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. So hermits are very wise. Thank you, Spirit. Patience. Hermits are wise. They're wizards. In fact, a lot of people don't realize that. But this act of solitude and isolation is giving you the opportunity to see things very clearly. It could be helping you to find your own voice in a situation. Also, I feel that there could be some truth, some clarity that you discover. You're also studying, you're learning, and you're putting your problems behind you. And you've learned from those experiences. The 9 is very indicative of something coming to an end, because that is the highest number of change. And I feel that there's a wish that will be granted or fulfilled. And it is because you took this necessary time to reflect. This is a spiritual illumination, but at the same time you find your voice. And on the bottom of the Goddess Guidance deck I never showed you was compassion. So you are a very compassionate person, and they want you to act from this place of compassion. It says, release judgments about yourself and others, and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. We are all flawed, Scorpio, and everyone is growing and learning at their own pace and in their own timing. And so whatever you find that does not serve you, you have the freedom and the ability to release it without judging it, without feeling any type of restrictions from it. So let's pull some additional messages from my higher frequency deck. So I see prosperity, abundance, wealth, independence, stability, balance, and success. So you could have some sort of financial freedom, some sense of abundance that's coming to you, flowing to you, opening up to you. You may also be finding yourself meeting your soul tribe, your soul family. Maybe the divine wants you to get out and socialize. You've been in isolation long enough, so it's time to release that ideology of being alone. You are divinely protected. You have ancestors and spirit guides around you, nudging you. They recognize that you've been doing this healing, and they've also been assisting you on your healing journey, your healing path. And you may be healing from some rejection that may have taken place in your past. The divine wants you to know that what you desire is yours. You may have some secret haters, people who are very envious, jealous of your change, of the growth, of the transformation that you may be experiencing. My cards fell, so I'm just picking them up. The 7 is showing constantly, and that number 7 is very significant. I'll just give you a little backstory, because this is a deck that I created. So 7 to me, first and foremost, that's my life path number. So that number is a number that shows up every single day of my life. When I said that, I looked at the clock and it was 14:29 on the camera. And 14:29 reduces to 7, Ashe. So 7 is a very powerful number. It's just like my ancestors, spirit guides, angels, just nudging me along, letting me know that it's, it's like an affirmation, confirmation, Ashe. All right, so let me cut the deck. And 7 may be significant to you as well. Perhaps you may resonate with the number 7, because 7 could be your birth month. 7 could be, you know, the number of years you've been with your beloved. Maybe someone's birthday is on the 7th. Ashe. So bottom of the deck. So we have I want to sex you up. So someone is lusting after you. And we did see Isolt in the beginning, which spoke of an undying love. So not only is there this undying love and the spiritual union and connection, but there's also a very strong sexual attraction, strong sexual urge, desire, hunger. Ashe. So divine spirit of love and light, what messages do you have for Scorpios from the higher frequency deck? So it says connect. So the divine is perhaps working on this connection, but this is also indicating that there is a need to connect to spirit, connect to your higher self, make connections, ground yourself. You could do this through meditation. You could do this through taking nature walks, bike rides in nature, grounding yourself by taking your shoes off, your sandals, your sneakers off, and walking on earth barefooted. Connect by meditation early in the AM when everyone else in your home might be resting, and just close your eyes and center yourself and connect to your higher self. Connect is also just looking at even, you know, the stars at night, making that deeper connection. This is also could be telling you to connect with your loved one, your beloved. Maybe you and your beloved are in separation at this time, and so the divine is working on this connection and is instructing you and nudging you to connect with your beloved. But there is a very powerful connection between you and someone else. So divine spirit of love and light, what messages do you have for our beloved Scorpios from the higher frequency channel messages deck? Divine spirit. So we have dive, delve, go deep. So that's just veggie backing on the, you know, going within and connecting to your higher self through meditation. That's about self-reflection. And, you know, be mindful not to have just anyone around you. Be protective of your space, your energy. Be protective of the time that you give to people, because you're very susceptible to being, you know, having that energy vampirism take place, being leached upon. So the divine wants you to take care. All right. So we have small things, small teens. So this is pretty much telling you not to sweat the small things. There's very minor things that we don't want to turn into big things. In other words, do not turn a mountain into a molehill, or do not turn a molehill into a mountain, whatever the case, however, vice versa. But the small things do not need to be focused upon. Just let it go, let it flow. Ashe. So don't sweat the small things. Ashe. And we have forgiveness is for your betterment. So the act of forgiveness is always for you. It isn't for the other person, Scorpio. So if you have found yourself wronged in a situation, remember what Kuan Yin said, show compassion. Do not judge yourself or anyone else. And on the bottom of the deck, we have turn that frown upside down. So it's time to smile again, find peace and joy in your life again. Ashe. So we're going to tap into our reading now. We're going to delve into it. Ashe. So let's see what we got going on, beloveds. So let's see. So first we're going to find out what happened in the past for our beloved Scorpios. I'm using the Hoodoo Voodoo Tarot deck, or Hoodoo Tarot deck, which is very, very powerful. I'm still learning it as I just got it a few days ago. But these are some very powerful visuals. I love this deck a lot. Divine spirit of love and light. I do see some toxicity here. So something has ended. It looks like a very toxic relationship that you may have had with someone has come to an end. I feel that It could have been a karmic relationship, a relationship which was designed and intended for you to learn many valuable lessons about yourself. I feel that there was a lot of healing that was necessary, and you are in a place now where you may be very much in control of your emotions, unable to be manipulated, because in the past I feel that that was definitely the case. I do see movement forward, charging ahead. So someone is very, very persistent. Perhaps someone is obsessed. Someone has some strong attachment to you, even sexual, because I do see that I want to sex you up card as well. So Divine Spirit of Love and Light, what messages do you have for our beloved Scorpios? So the Ace of Baskets is here, and that definitely is telling me that there's a lot of love, but there was a lot of healing that was required for you to now be receptive of that type of love. Because the Ace of Cups, I always feel the aces deal with the self first. When you heal thyself, when you begin to love thyself and you know who you are, that's when you could pull in that energy of the aces. And that's when you're more receptive to receiving that type of energy. I do see that you're in your power right now, and you have gone through a major spiritual transformation, and some truths have been revealed. You've come into knowledge, not only about who you are, but who you aren't, what you desire, what you know is meant for you. So I heard this is enough. This is it. I'm going to cut the deck. Thank you, Spirit. So as I just said 3 times, 3 different directions. And we're going to delve into it, Scorpios. Excuse me. I'm going to need a sip of my water. Thank you, Spirit. Bottom of the deck, we'll see the energy. And we have Miss Ida. So that is the High Priestess. So you are in a very, very powerful place right now. Very intuitive, very discerning. Trusting your inner wisdom. Trusting your inner knowing. There's a sense of spiritual illumination. Seeing the truth in a matter. Perhaps some secrets were revealed. Or perhaps you discovered something about yourself that has been unearthed within you, that has come up and to surface. Discovering something new about yourself. Sense of illumination and clarity. This is a powerful energy of spirituality. Let me get my sip of water, excuse me. Excuse me. Ashe. So what happened in the past for our beloved Scorpios? What happened in the past for our beloved Scorpios? So this is an expound. So in the past, there was a lot of mental anguish, confusion. This is monkey mind. This is agonizing. This is painful. And this is energy of, not only is it self-imposed, but this is also others inflicting this type of manipulative energy on you, telling you things that are not true. This is deception and lies, gossip, backstabbing. But the beautiful thing about it is, it's the ending. And that's why the Divine was reminding you, do not sweat the small things. Because whatever didn't kill you made you stronger. Ashe. So that was an expound because it flipped in my hand. So what happened in the past for our beloved Scorpios? What happened in the past for our beloved Scorpios? Excuse me. What happened in the past for our beloved Scorpios? We got another expound. You took your power back, beloveds. This is the Empress. The Empress knows her worth and value. The Empress is a powerful master manifester. She's highly creative. She's the mother of all of Tarot. So you're very loving and supportive and nurturing to the people around you, very giving. So that's perhaps why there was that energy of monkey mind, because you gave so much to the people around you and they took it for granted, took you for granted, betrayed you. You felt used. But you ended that. Thank you, Spirit. So what happened in the past, we have the current energy. We have person you're connecting with and thinking about. Person you're thinking about and how they view you, Divine Spirit. Okay. Oh, Shay. And how do they feel about moving forward? Okay. So how they feel about moving forward. What's going on behind the scenes. Advice from Tarot. And the outcome. Excuse me. I'm just fixing my cards. Shame, bottom of the deck is the 7 of Sticks. Something is in my throat, excuse me. That is such an annoying feeling. So let me take it all in, see what we have. So that 9 of Knives, it came out in the reading. How they view you is the 9 of Knives. Okay. So I feel in your past, Scorpio, you went through a lot. I see that there was a lot of betrayals, a lot of deception. You had a lot of people who were coming for you. I feel that you discovered that some of the connections that you were very loyal in, and the people you were loyal to, were not reciprocating. I feel that you had to see things from a different perspective. You had to look at the situation for what they truly were. And in doing so, you discovered the best thing was for you to walk away, because you were not getting what you wanted. You were not being nurtured and fed in these relationships. I feel there were a lot of illusions and delusions, because people were not being their authentic selves, hiding things, masking situations, not revealing the truths. I feel a lot of the betrayal was intentional. Because I'm hearing that these relationships were not nurtured. And I do feel that you were protected. Your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides protected you. Ma'at brought justice to this situation, because as we saw, you were the Empress. And the Empress is very loving, very nurturing, very giving. And I feel that you gave so much of yourself in these connections, only to discover that they didn't value you in the way that you valued them. And that's probably what required you to be patient, so that you can step outside of the situation and look at it from a different vantage point. There were many obstacles and challenges within this relationships. And I feel that these were more than just a love ship. I feel it was your relationships, whether it was your friendships, your love ships, and even your family dynamics. There have been major changes to these connections that you had. And everything that appeared to be well, great, it simply just wasn't. But I hear that by listening to your inner truth and your inner wisdom, because remember Miss Ida, which is the high priestess, she showed up as the overall energy. You may have discovered this truth because you were able to be in balance. You found your balance. You were in alignment with your higher self, which exposed some of these conflicts and even attachments, unhealthy attachments to people, and even unhealthy perspectives and concepts of what love was, what security was, what family was. But I see that you walked away. And when you walked away, you started to ground yourself. You started to master something within you. Perhaps you began to work on new projects, started to study, and in studying you become a master. You start to become someone who can also evolve into a teacher, teaching others. Maybe you started to study the craft, esoteric information. Someone views you as this Nine of Swords. And it's because they feel that you're conflicted, confused. Or maybe they feel like you're easily manipulative or manipulated, unclear, cloudy thoughts. Someone definitely would like to move forward with you because they see that you're very successful, very abundant. You've been able to establish your own self-sufficiency, stability, and they can see a sense of longevity here. But they may be taking their time to come toward you to establish something more solid. I feel what could be happening behind the scenes is that they could be preparing to take some sort of action, because they recognize that you are a star, that you are a wish fulfillment, a wish granted. You may have a skill or a gift that they find could put you in the spotlight and make you very successful. Your advice from Tarot is to see things as they truly are and not through rose-colored glasses. Your connection with someone, remember why you left. I'm hearing If you left someone behind, remember why you left. And remember, you did pull Vesta. And she spoke of your household situation is improving either through a move or the healthy change. And so that healthy change could have become very apparent after you left. Your outcome, you have the Mother of Knives and the courting card. So there is someone that is your beloved, very powerful spiritual union that is unfolding. And I feel someone is coming in, perhaps to speak this truth. Maybe you will be told to listen to your intuition, to trust your inner knowing. Because whoever rejected you in the past, don't allow that to jade you. I think that's how they view you. Someone views you as being a little stuck mentally, suffering from monkey mind, as I call it. But you clear that up, because your outcome is the Mother of Knives. And she's highly intelligent, highly intuitive, very discerning, very aware of what's taking place, very observant and analytical and strategic. And she could detect deception. And she's very aware of where she's come from. She's come from some very difficult times, so she's not going to allow that nonsense back into her life. So whatever comes in this time around has to be real and true, has to be genuine. And I see that there's a spiritual union that is being conspired behind the scenes by your ancestors. They're bringing the spiritual union together, and there will be a future. There will be a beautiful, bright future. Perhaps that's what's on your mind. Perhaps you're agonizing because you truly deep down want to have a deeper spiritual connection. So let's clarify these messages. Ashe. And I'm clarifying with the flower petals. Divine Spirit. So let's see what we have here for our beloved Scorpios. Forgiveness is for your betterment, the divine did tell you. But they also want you to, if this is a past love returning, or if this is just you coming into union with yourself, that masculine and feminine side of yourself coming into union, which makes you more balanced and more in a place of harmony. That too could be the case, but we did have Undying Love, Isolt, be the first card that showed up. So, cut this deck. Ashe. Last card on the deck. We have Buttercup. Be ready. The best is on its way. Ashe. So someone is coming in. And I do see that with the courting card. Be ready, because the best is on its way. So Divine Spirit, why is the grandchildren here? Why is the grandchildren card here, Divine Spirit? For Scorpio's, what happened in the past, excuse me. Why is the courting card here? I'm sorry, why is the grandchildren? And the grandchildren, if I didn't tell you, is the same as the star card. So we have Iris, spread your creative wings and take flight. So that's an expound, excuse me. So, as we are on that road of self-discovery and healing we discover our gifts, our talents, our creative and spiritual abilities. And perhaps that's something that you discovered on your journey, on your path. So we have Snowdrop. Tomorrow brings the illumination of your hopes. And that's very profound, as the star card is all about the renewal of hope. The star card, to me, this is a very powerful energy. Just want to try to let you see what it looks like. And when I think of the star, I think of just that ability to tap into one's power, one's creativity. But you're able to tap into it because you're holding on to that hope. It's that knowing, deeper knowing, that there's something greater, something more beautiful ahead. And when you're tapping into that energy of healing thyself, it automatically provides that blanket of protection for you from the divine, because you're connecting with the divine in those moments to find the strength and the resilience to push through whatever. So tomorrow brings the illumination of your hopes. And I feel that, through you realizing that you have the power to heal thyself and to work through whatever disappointments, whatever frustrations, whatever energies that was blocking you or causing this confusion that changed the dynamic by holding on and maintaining that sense of hope. Because you were persistent in your healing, realizing that you had, access to all of the elements around you and utilizing them to your benefit. So the 8 of Baskets is clarified by Orchid. It says your uniqueness is always perfectly lovely. So you knew that you were deserving of something more. Whatever it was that you were not getting within the dynamic that you were in that made you feel very unfulfilled, you know that deep down you're very unique. You know deep down that you deserve exactly what you desire. You deserve exactly what you give. And so you have left a situation behind to find the 10 of Cups, to find that place of emotional equilibrium, fulfillment, joy, support, happiness, and protection from your beloved. So you are leaving something behind that does not honor you or see your worth and value. Why is the Son of Coins here? Thank you, Spirit. And it says you have what it takes. So you have what it takes, beloved, to ground a connection with someone. It's going to require work. It's going to require compromise. It's going to require the truth. Thank you, Spirit. I see he's pointing right at the Scorpio. Where his finger is landing is in the space of the Scorpio. If you look very closely, try not to get my camera to, but if you look closely, he's pointing directly at the Scorpio. So the divine is telling you that you have what it takes. Whatever it is you're working on, whatever it is you're manifesting and mastering, because this is about hard work paying off. So you have what it takes to repair this connection, perhaps, to ground this connection, to restore it. Why is this Nine of Knives here? You are worth what it is you desire. So you've been really frustrated and overwhelmed, agonizing over some sort of commitment or connection or relationship, and perhaps even the deceit, the betrayal, the deception rather, and the betrayal, the lies and the manipulation, the gaslighting. And this has caused you like restless nights. This has caused a lot of anguish, ruminating and pining, overthinking. And the divine is saying you most certainly deserve what it is that you desire because you're worth it. When you know your worth and value, you will never settle for less. So why is the Mother of Coins here? Why is this Mother of Coins here? So we have an expound. It says, show appreciation and joy shall follow. So be in that act of gratitude, be in the attitude of gratitude for whatever it is you've accomplished and whatever it is that you've been able to obtain and acquire in your life. Be thankful for that. So we have a card that flew, and we have Blushing Bride. Your intentions and heart deserve to be known. So you want stability. You want partnership. You want support. You want a relationship. You want to invest in something long term. Longevity. You don't want to have to worry about someone's intentions. Someone intentionally trying to hurt you or someone intentionally using you. You want to know that they care. You want to know that they want long-term commitment. Someone that's going to value you the same as you do them. Someone that sees your value. Someone that loves you and is your partner, your life partner. Why is this Father of Sticks here for Scorpio? Why is the Father of Sticks here? Okay. So we have Peony. Prosperity can be assured if you care well for tomorrow. So whatever action that someone is going to take, because this is what's going on behind the scenes, is prosperity is almost guaranteed, but they have to make sure that they think it through. Caring well for tomorrow is about, planning ahead, strategizing, thinking of the possible outcomes, not just rushing and not planning and not preparing. So they're saying that something beautiful can unfold, whether it's with your creative projects or even if this is something that you're going after. Prosperity is guaranteed, but there has to be a plan of action. Ashe. So why is the Big House here? It says this will all be worthwhile. So whatever this tower moment was, because that's what the Big House is, and that's the rose-colored glass. But if you look clearly, you could see that 3 people are being thrusted out of this big house, and this will all be worthwhile. So they're saying that this ending is pretty much a necessary upheaval, a necessary unearthing, because there's so many lies and deception. So it has to be destroyed so that it can be rebuilt on something more solid. It says you are truly beautiful on the inside and the out. So this is about you discovering not only that you're beautiful and that you're deserving of something more, but this is also about you discovering your self-worth and your self-value. So that's why this ending had to take place, because you are not being valued. You are not being honored in the way that you were deserving. Because there was another person that was placed in this connection, in this union, without you knowing. Perhaps you were dealing with a fire sign. And I feel ultimately you discovered this because you're highly intuitive, intelligent. But everything that unfolded, the divine is telling you that it happened for a reason. Nothing is accidental. Why is the Mother of Knives here? So we have Daphne. What pleases us most shapes us. And so what pleases you? What are the things that please you? I think that's what you really began to discover about yourself, is not only were you unhappy within this dynamic, but you were not living your truth. You were not living in your authentic or authenticity. And so you had to go within. You had to start to listen to your own intuition. And in doing so, this could have helped you to find your light, to brave your light. It required a lot of patience because it wasn't an easy task. Healing is never easy. You also have listened to the divine whispers stirring in your heart. So this was about self-discovery. This was about you stepping out of that space, Scorpio, because you are the element of water, which deals with the emotions. And I feel like you had to step out of that energy of being in an emotional place and start looking at things more logically. Start using your analysis of things to separate your connection to it emotionally so that you could see the truth in the matter. And when you started to do that, you started to discover that some things just ain't right. I'm hearing Keith Sweat, something, 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 something just ain't right. And that's what you discovered. You listened to your heart. Now I'm hearing, what is her name? Tell it to my heart. Tell me you're the only one. Is it really love or just a dream? Yeah, you started to really listen to your intuition. Because this Mother of Knives, is one thing she doesn't do is she's not disillusioned about anything. She's very wise, very intelligent, highly intuitive, and she trusts her intuition, and she also is very discerning. And so I feel like that's the truth that you had to reveal. That you had to come to, because remember, the divine was telling you that forgiveness was for your betterment. And more importantly, that, rejection, when we were shuffling, remember, we found the rejection is for your protection as well. And so if you were rejected by someone because they chose to go in another direction other than you, that's fine, because what I'm seeing here is you have someone that is your significant, your divine partner that's coming in. And remember, the divine already assured you that this will all be worthwhile. And you are truly beautiful. So what you desire is yours. So why is the courting card here? All right, so we have Magnolia. It says you will find what you need in the wisdom of your heritage. So perhaps you started to really tap into some spiritual gifts locked in your DNA, and they are just opening you up to a whole new world. Maybe they're making you aware that you are and do have some gifts in the craft, in the esoteric or occult information. And we have play, laugh, and find joy. So when I see this courting, this is what this is going to bring. Someone is coming in to bring that sense of joy, that sense of happiness, that sense of peace. And the divine also told you to turn that frown upside down. That was on the bottom of the deck. And you also have the 7 of Sticks, which is about protecting yourself and defending yourself from anything that may not be serving your highest good. So you're blocking out any of these distractions so that you can only allow the good in. The bottom of this deck is Jasmine. Success will be found if you hold on to hope. And that's exactly what I see here, is I see that you are letting go of what wasn't serving you, letting go of the past, releasing yourself from the disappointments and the betrayals that may have happened. You're no longer agonizing and in this place of confusion. You are very clear now. You're listening to your inner truth, your inner knowing. You're very discerning. And you've realized that forgiveness is for your betterment, because everything that has happened has awakened within you your truth, your purpose. It's helped you to see exactly who you are, and what you deserve and what you desire. So this is your reading, Scorpio. I hope that this has been helpful, and be so kind as to check back in, as I will have some additional messages. I'm going to do a bonus reading because Scorpios are also always my highest views. So I'm going to do another bonus reading for you all. And this one will center around just the energy, what's coming in for this second half of the year for you. And so stay tuned to that. But thank you for tuning and tapping in. I hope that this reading has been helpful. Until next time, I say love and light. Peace.